Hello everyone, today I will tell you a story that still makes my hands shake. Let us not stall, sit comfortably, we begin. I used to collect sounds. Not music, not songs, just the tiny breaths of places people forget to hear. The tick of a warning light in an elevator, the hiss of sprinklers at midnight, the shiver of a key turning in a tired lock. I swore those murmurs said more about a life than any photograph. I rented a narrow room above a laundromat on Miller Street, a box with a window like a porthole. The place rocked gently with the spin cycles, as if the whole building were a cradle for someone too old to be rocked. The machines were old but honest. I fell asleep to their patient, soapy lullaby. One October night, the lullaby stopped. I woke to a quiet that felt like a glove closing over my head. There should have been clanking, a belt whining, coins hiccuping through the changer, but there was only a thin syrupy hum, steady as a taut wire. I took my little recorder downstairs. The front lights were off, yet I could see. The moon lay like a spilled plate across the tile. Rows of washers stood with their mouths open. The change machine showed midnight, as if time itself had been spent. A single dryer on the far wall blinked. Its door was fogged from the inside, though nothing else was damp. I pressed my recorder to the metal and heard breath moving through cloth, a whispering rush like waves under a floor. Then a voice, not quite a voice, said, very softly, "Stay out." It was not a warning. It was a polite request that left no room for refusal. I stepped back. The alley door behind me swung and clicked. Cool air took 2 slow steps into the room and waited. I said hello in a voice I did not recognize, and the words skittered across the tile as if looking for ankles. No one answered. The blinking dryer turned once, slow. Inside I saw a heap of black shirts. The fabric was wet though no water ran, and the wetness had the color of old mirrors. I told myself I was dreaming and, like a fool, kept recording. The drum turned again. Something underneath the shirts rolled toward the glass, a pale oval, blotched, like a peeled egg left in the dust. It bumped the window with a soft, desperate thud. I stepped close. It was a face, but too smooth and unfinished, the features pressed shallowly as if into dough. The mouth opened and shut without sound. I felt that if I gave it a sound, it would claim the rest of me in payment. I whispered no. The drum stopped with a wail of belts. Every machine blinked once and remembered it was empty. I ran for the alley, but the air thickened, not fog or smoke, something like the exhale of stones. I pushed into it and found the steps to the roof. The gravel glittered like lentils. From up there, I could hear my own room quietly ringing. On my shelf sat a row of jars, each with a label: midnight sprinklers, bus laugh, dead bulb. Cloudy and large, with a label I had not written. For what you are about to hear. I could not bear to touch it, so I listened. At first there was nothing. Then I heard my own flinching hello, and beneath it a second voice, shaped from the same air, speaking a sentence I had missed. It said, "If you keep a sound, you owe a sound. Return what you kept." A gust rattled the label. Tar on the roof split like a grin. I thought of every tape and jar, the tiny thefts of passing nights, the weight of secrets stripped from corners. I had never asked permission. I had been eating crumbs from something patient. I went back down. I opened the wardrobe where I hid the reels. They clinked like teeth in a glass. I carried the oldest to the laundromat and set it on the cool tile. "Here," I said, "I am sorry. Take this. I will bring the rest." The change machine purred. The reel grew warm, as if a hand cupped it in thanks. I thought that would be enough. The dryer door unsealed with a sigh. The glass fogged again. Red letters outside crawled through dead colors and found a low glow. A second voice arrived, neither from the machines nor the street, but from the seams in the wall where the plaster was always a little dusty. It listed what I had stolen, naming each with fondness that made me sick. The broken laugh on the bus, the last sigh of a lamp before it failed, the gentle oh of a stranger learning a secret too late, the soft cry under the stair when the house shifted. It ended with one I did not know I had taken, the voice in the dryer trying to be born. I had no word to return, so I offered mine. I spoke the word stay, and the room heard it and leaned. The round door eased wider like an eyelid. The face inside rippled as if made of rain. Stay safe out there tonight, friend. And that is the end of our tale for tonight. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you do not miss my terrifying stories. Good night.